Hello everyone, we're back again, Biscuit and I. She's kind of given up and gone to sleep, but I'm still here. Anyway, just another video here to share some more seeds that we got, and it's a company I think everybody knows. And then I've got a couple other things about some planning, because not only do you need to buy seeds, you need to make some plans and things like that. So stick around and we'll have some more information for you. Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to Wall Street Homestead. Biscuit and I are still here, and we got one more seed order to go through and a couple other things to talk about, because now that we've got seeds, we need to start making some plans, and we're going to talk about some ideas for planting and recording and different things. If you're new here, we thank you for coming by and checking us out. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, share us with your friends. If you're a returning subscriber, we thank you for coming back again and watching another episode of Biscuit and I going through some seed orders. So with that, we'll get started. This order came from Baker Creek, everybody's favorite. This is their free catalog. I talked about them in the first seed catalog video I did, and last year they were the only one we ordered seeds from. So this year we're spreading the love and ordering from several others, but I did go back and buy some more from them. So we will get into their order. They always have a pretty container here with some interesting things on their packaging. It's a bubble wrap envelope. We ordered these on a Sunday afternoon. They came in on Friday, so that's a pretty decent turnaround, I felt, especially probably the busy time of the year when everybody's ordering. I'm sure you all have ordered and getting things ordered. And it all come out and like that. And got the invoice. Doesn't look like we've got any problems there. So this one was a little bit bigger order than some of our others. And we've got a little bit of everything in here. Oh boy. So we will just jump right in here. Okay, everybody's probably familiar with their seed packets. They got a lot of information on the back, and I didn't realize this last year till late in the season. They got a lot of their information here on the edge. I don't know if you can see that or not, but a lot of their information is across the side there. It sprouts in 3 to 4 days. Ideal temperature is 65 to 90 degrees. Seed depth is 1/8 of an inch. Plant spacing is 6 to 12 inches. Is it frost hardy? No. Is it needs a minimum full sun of 6 to 12 hours? Then it talks about the variety and some more in-depth planting instructions, and then of course all of their advertising towards the bottom. So this first one is Chinese multicolored spinach, or a kind of a green and red leafed amaranth. It's more of a green, and it'll tolerate heat. We use it kind of like a spinach, and it's supposed to be heat tolerant, which I've said in other videos that we have some pretty hot summers. Then I tried to grow some of these last year, but I didn't get them. I tried to do them in the fall, and I didn't get them in soon enough, and they looked like they were going to do good, but ran out of time. But some contender bush beans, a green bean. So looking forward to getting those in and getting them the full season. Must be one of my free ones. No? We'll wait on that one. Watermelon sugar baby bush. It's supposed to take up less room and a smaller, like a 5 to 6 pound melon. And I think it's not supposed to have as long a vines. Next we have some Chinese Shaywu fruit radishes. These kind of looked intriguing to me, but I'm not going to plant them this spring. They're going to be for my fall garden because they're more of a fall garden radish, and they say the longer you leave them in the ground and the colder they get, the better they taste. So we will experiment and see. And playing around with my smaller tomato things we're doing this year, I've got some of the Brad Atomic grapes. And see what those are all about. And got some more purple coneflowers echinaceas. So guess we forgot we ordered them.
We're loaded.
We're getting loaded. This is a melon that intrigued me because they say they've traced it back over in the Middle East, back 1,000 years or more. And it's Bacta Samara. I guess they pronounce that as a green melon. They say that it has almost a citrus flavor. It just, like I said, it intrigued me. And over in the Middle East, they have some warmer weather like we do around here. Another pea variety I'm trying is Tall Telephone. It's a popular garden favorite that was introduced in 1881 and is still the standard with many. Long vines, large pods yield 8 to 10 peas in each pod, and they're large peas. Yet, they're still sweet and tender. So, like I said, you saw in one of our other videos, I've got some different different pea varieties. And working on our pollinator gardens, got some of the butterfly weed, milkweed. This is one of the ones that is essential to the survival of the monarch butterflies. It's a showy orange flowers, but it says handle with caution because if you ingest it, it is poisonous to humans, so you've got to be very careful with that. But we need to do what we can to help the monarch butterflies and all pollinators. Another one going in our beneficial garden is catnip, which I know that'll probably attract cats, but it also is used medicinally or in teas for cold and flu. And I think it repels some mosquitoes. So we're going to give that a try in our beneficials garden. This is our free gift. Oh, one thing I did notice on this catnip, I don't know if you noticed this sticker they put on here. It says they overpacked them because a low germination rate of 43% on 10 of 19. So they didn't perform too well in their germination test, but to make up for it, they put more seeds in there. So we'll see how that works out. I'm glad they told me that, so I won't get disappointed, and I'll plant accordingly. And then my free gift is some kale, Nero di Toscani, which I tried some kale last year, but like a lot of things I did last year, I didn't get them in on time or something wasn't right, so I didn't work out too well. So that is that order from everybody's favorite Baker Creek. And then, like I said, now that we got some seeds, we need to start making some plans. And I'm not the first one to ever talk about this, but we ordered one of CLYDE'S garden planner, and this is the newest one, I'm sure, since we just ordered it. Because I did read on his website that this is a newly updated one, and there's a lot of people have videos on them. He actually has videos on YouTube on how to use them. But it's got spring on this side, and then you flip it over and you got your fall. And the way you use it, you see the red line that says average last spring frost, and you scroll it to about where yours is. For us, it's somewhere between April 20th or April 15th and May 15th, so I'm going to put it on May the 17th to be safe. And then over here you have all your different varieties, and then it tells you when to plant and then when to transplant, I believe, in the green X's. And all, then they have distance between rows and hills. They have distance between plants after thinning, planting depth, and also the seed plants per 10-foot row. So a lot of information on here and easy to use. And then on the back you can do the same with the fall. Our first frost can come anywhere from October 1st to November 1st. So this tells you when you need to plant. Let's see, what does LP stand for? Last outdoor planting dates, or indoor seed starting. And so yes, there's a lot of good information, and it's simple, easy to use. So we're looking forward to that. It does come with instructions that you can understand what that is. You can read that. And on the back, it's got a selected national average frost dates by state and city right here on the back. So if you want to find a city that's close to you, which we are in Kansas, I know they aren't going to have our small town on here, but they do have Wichita, which is about 100 miles from us, and that's the closest one on here. So, but you can always just go to Google and Google last frost date. There's places you just put in your zip code and it'll tell you when your last and first frost dates are, how many days are between, you know, your growing season and all that. So, you know, the internet is a good tool for planning, learning, and things like that. Another thing for, not necessarily, you can use it for planning, but I just told myself I wanted to keep a good journal, and I was trying to, and there's some specific garden journal books out there, and I looked at them, and yeah, they were okay, but I finally decided to just go with a big, full-size, 8.5 by 11 weekly, monthly planner book. And it's just like any other planner book in there. It's got, you know, the whole month on 2 pages, but then you've got, this is why I chose it, you've got these big sections for each day. You can, what I'm planning on doing is when I start seeds, I can go in there and when I start, what seeds I started, when I started them, so I know, and then I can figure out, you know, I can go in ahead of time and put in when my last frost dates are and things like that. And then as we go through the season, I can keep track of when I got my first harvest for which varieties, because I'm going to be doing some different trials, so to speak, of different varieties. Like of the peppers, I'm going to have, I believe end up with 4 different varieties of peppers and try to decide which one I want to stick with going forward. And got some other things we're going to be doing. I don't want to give all the secrets away just yet because we don't have the seeds here for that. Other things we're going to be doing, but want to keep track of some things pretty close so that we can go back and look at them later. But I thought this was the, and you can get them at Walmart. I think we got this one off Amazon because we don't live close to a Walmart. And this wasn't the cheapest one, but it had what I wanted, but it wasn't the most expensive one either. But the reason I picked it is I liked the big, well, except for Saturday and Sunday, but they have big sections to write. You can take all kinds of notes and things on, and that way you keep track of when you planted what and when, what the conditions were if you wanted to, or keep track of rainfall, things like that if you want to. I don't know how in depth I'm going to get on that, but we'll see. But I'm going to try and keep it to where it's handy, and can't leave it out in the garden, but have it close to the back door where I can just grab it and take it with me. So that's just my idea of journaling the garden and planning, because like I said, you can put things down in there that you need to do on certain days looking into the future. So with that, we'll end this video, and I didn't even phase Biscuit. She must have had her, I got home from work this evening before we made these videos. I took her out for a long run, and I must have ran her longer, and her little legs wanted to run because she's out.
The baby kid across the street was kind of scaring her a little.
Oh, and our neighbor across the street has goats, and they're starting to have kids, and there was one that was screaming pretty loud, so I think that was kind of spooky. So again, I thank my wife Ann for running the camera and doing behind the scene things, and thank you all for watching this video. Again, you know, share us with some people you might know that would enjoy this, and thank you for coming back. Hit the like button if you like what you see. Leave a comment, share some of your favorite seed varieties, some things you're going to be experimenting with in your garden this year, or trying for the new time, or your new garden if you've never gardened before. So like I said, we've got some big plans for ours. We'll see what all we can get done. We're moving our garden, we're going to make it bigger. We got some videos out, kind of some teasers on that already, but we hope to video that journey as we move it and make it bigger. Again, thank you for being here, and enjoy your evening, and we'll see you on the next one.